Managing behavioral health crises in a skilled nursing facility requires a strict, evidence-based approach. You need a reliable protocol to rely on during high-stress situations. We will cover the entire incident workflow. You will learn to maintain professional calm, apply trauma-informed de-escalation, conduct objective risk assessments, and complete the necessary post-incident documentation. Before entering the room, always review the resident's individualized de-escalation preferences form. This document specifies the resident's personalized triggers, like loud noises or open doors, and outlines the precise calming strategies they prefer, such as listening to music or being offered a cold cloth. Identifying these triggers early allows you to adjust your approach and prevent a crisis entirely. Preparing proactively keeps the clinical team safe and protects the resident's dignity. When interacting with a resident, you must understand the integrated experience. This is the clinical reality that your behavior as a caregiver directly and unavoidably impacts an escalating resident's behavior. As a resident loses emotional control, they stop processing words and react entirely to body language. You must consciously regulate your facial expressions and keep your tone of voice neutral. Physically, you need to step back. Maintain a clear, safe distance of 1.5 to 3 feet, and keep your body language open and relaxed. These external physical adjustments reflect a deeper cognitive shift required to remain professional during an outburst. You must adopt a trauma-informed perspective. Change the question from "what is wrong with you" to "what happened to you." Specific defensive actions map directly to underlying triggers, representing survival responses driven by fear, pain, or loss of control. Your response to this distress must be directive guidance. Set clear, simple, and enforceable boundaries rather than arguing or engaging in a power struggle. Give the resident concise, respectful choices. Ask if they prefer to shower now or after breakfast, and then allow for silence. A distressed brain requires extra time to properly process information and make a decision. By strictly regulating your own physiological response and offering clear boundaries, you provide the clinical structure necessary to return a sense of control to the resident. If behavior continues to escalate, it crosses the threshold into risk behavior, presenting an immediate threat of physical harm. Evaluate danger using the decision-making matrix framework before deploying safety interventions. Your chosen intervention must be a reasonable response to the threat. Actions must be proportionate to the danger level. Utilize the least restrictive method available, and physical interventions operate exclusively as a last resort. Filtering your actions through this specific matrix ensures you rely on procedure rather than emotion, preventing arbitrary or excessive force during high-stress encounters. Using this objective matrix provides a structured basis for your professional reasoning. It aligns your response with institutional safety protocols, ensuring every action focuses purely on patient welfare. Remember the core philosophy of crisis prevention. The safest restraint is the one that never happens. However, if physical holding skills become absolutely unavoidable to prevent severe harm, you must immediately initiate the mandatory opt-out sequence. This sequence legally requires you to actively and continuously assess the situation, searching for the earliest, safest possible moment to release the hold. Once the crisis passes and safety is restored, you must complete the physical skills review framework. This checklist documents your clinical reasoning, confirming the intervention was necessary and recording the exact release time. Following a crisis, the resident enters the tension reduction phase. They will show clear signs of physical and emotional fatigue. This is your window to build therapeutic rapport without judgment. You will use the coping model to conduct a structured post-crisis debrief. Sit down with the resident and calmly identify the exact triggers that caused the event. By thoroughly documenting the physical intervention and conducting a structured debrief, you extract vital data from the incident. You can then apply this data to their care plan to prevent future escalations. This graphic details the complete workflow loop: self-regulation, trauma-informed de-escalation, objective risk matrix evaluation, last resort intervention, and post-crisis debriefing. Mastering this sequence ensures you maintain the highest institutional standard of care, welfare, safety, and security for everyone involved. Before your next shift, Locate and review the specific preference forms for every resident under your care. Consistent execution of this methodology secures the clinical environment and ensures every interaction remains focused on structure, safety, and professional care.